1869. I ain't seen my baby since 1869. I ain't seen that woman and I don't even care where she can hide. I gotta call up. Try now, see if she's over there. He didn't even pay attention. I'm gonna call up China, see if my baby's over there. I'm gonna call up, I'm gonna lose that dance. Said, Seiver, you ain't no good at all. My baby said, Jamie, you ain't no good at all.
Rehearsing back then.
Yeah, you were rehearsing at sync, right? Yeah. I asked this of everybody, and you know, do you think that a scene like what we had, even though it's basically kind of that's why I'm calling this thing invisible dance, because it's like an invisible time. Although a lot of people indirectly went on to better things and established things. Do you think it could ever happen again like that here in South Florida? I would say same.
Sure, it
same
happened
locale.
once. It happened once. It can happen again.
Yeah.
We had what I call the almost magic. I mean, it was magic, but it almost burst into a national thing. If there had been one more ingredient, Jeff. Jesus Christ, sorry.
It's okay, I'll edit that out.
I was trying to think at the same time I was talking.
Yeah.
If there had been one more ingredient, we would have had a real good shot of being in Athens.
Yeah. That would be radio, wouldn't it?
It would be radio, or it would have been somebody business-wise. Whether it had been a producer who said, wow, these bands are great.
Yeah.
I'm going to record all 4 of them, and I'm going to throw them out there in the world on a label, and I'm going to push it, and one of them will work.
Right.
If that had happened, I mean, look at the Cichlids. Absolutely, looked like a double date.
Yeah.
You guys looked like talking heads with somebody that had gravitas. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
We were cowpunk before it was cowpunk. You had the Eat, which was, its own absolutely unique vision and delivery. And all it would have taken, I think, was just one more business thing. Now, Bobby didn't have national connection at all, despite his wishing he did. He didn't.
Yeah.
And
he tried. Right?
If we'd have had one more business person, whether it was just putting albums out, or whether it would have been, I don't know. Just if we'd have had a great writer come down.
It was kind of convoluted.
Suppose we'd have had even a great writer who stopped in here for 2 weeks and watched this whole thing at its heyday.
Right.
And then said in Rolling Stone, you cannot believe what's going on in Miami. And written a feature.
Right.
It might have really happened for
because it happened in the '90s, and it happened in the '60s because radio, from what Jeff told you, radio backed the bands, But for that little time, and that and I just tend to think, because I was part of it in my small way, but Ian Hammond, I asked him something about the movie, and he turned around and he goes, "Who gives a shit about that?" And that's exactly why I'm making it, because I do, and I think it should be done. And how was
I appreciate it because it was very real to me.
How was the